Another podcast. Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk About Skating. I'm Ava. You might know me as Journey Back to the Ice on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
That's Melissa. Ice Forging Steel.
Yeah. I'm Melissa. Ice Forging Steel. Eating. I'm always eating.
My name is Madeline, and I am MJ Skates on Instagram and TikTok. And YouTube.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Do you want to redo yours so I don't put you?
It doesn't matter. It's funny. It's
It
not
was
even
kinda
MJ
funny.
Skates on YouTube. It's like Madeline something.
And today we're here to talk about the Finlandia Trophy, the 2024 Finlandia Trophy, the second to last competition of the Grand Prix series.
And it was,
Uneventful for the women's event. I heard the men's event was crazy.
To me, expected for the Finlandia.
Yeah.
The result, it made a lot of sense to me,
mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
And I want to preface this with all of us had problems watching the short because it was taken off of Peacock before any of us really had time to do it.
Peacock, what's up?
Come on, Peacock. Let's look up.
But Peacock with Peacock.
I know.
There we go.
Okay.
Speaking of Peacock, should we talk about U.S. sectionals because Pacific and Easterns happened, and then this weekend is going to be Midwesterns with the ice dance final.
I know, and some folks got to skate to Spinning Monkeys.
That is actually true.
Yeah, is that on the YouTube, right?
I think
Is it
so.
also on Peacock where it'll get switched over?
No, they kept it.
No, I think it was on the stream, the live stream, where they had to block out some of the copyrighted music.
On Peacock or on YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just sending that to
I
your
know.
grandma, being like, hey grandma, watch me skate. And then you have this nice, beautiful thing, and all of a sudden it's like...
I know. Do you know what
I
my
know that's not
favorite
spinning
part
monkeys,
was?
but-
That sometimes the choreo worked.
Yeah, it actually did for some of the programs, or when they fell and the music fell, and I was just like, that was actually pretty good.
Yes, it was kind of humorous. So if you, like us, enjoyed watching it with Spinning Monkeys or whatever free TikTok music
They
somebody
have,
found.
I feel like there has to be some decent non-copyright music that they could have put in instead.
There apparently
So-
is.
That music, I believe, was for last year's program. So they found U.S. Figure Skating has found a loophole to their own rule. They found a loophole where their rules state they can't sell the video. But if they post each individual competitor's video to YouTube for free, you can go and screen record your own video. So they kept the audio from all of their programs in this year. Go to their YouTube channel right now. You will find 5
US
billion
figure skating?
bajillion copies of different free skates ranging from juvenile to, I don't know if they did junior and senior, but I know for a fact they did everything up through novice. And it's all, so then if you go to videos.
You do not need Alyssa Lou's journey.
Look at that.
Wow.
And it's their actual program music.
Interesting.
So why U.S. Figure Skating implements a rule that isn't really a rule in any other federation at the moment, but then they go, you know what, we're going to go around our own rule. We're going to make a loophole to the rule that we created.
We don't ask questions. We're
That's
just
U.S. Figure Skating
we're
in
just
a nutshell.
skaters.
So what sucks too is I didn't see there's some other people talking about the music change rules, but I haven't seen many people publicly talk about how it affects local skaters.
Yeah.
We don't we used to get cool videos and stuff of our stuff, and now we don't get the stuff.
We don't get the stuff. Thank goodness cell phones have decent cameras.
And Live Barn.
Was it Coldplay that soon?
No, I don't
No,
think it was
Coldplay's cooler
It
than
was
that.
it was a tiny indie band.
Wasn't
Didn't
Coldplay.
actually own the rights to the song that somebody owned the recording to.
Coldplay wouldn't do that to me.
But it might have been a Coldplay song that another band had recorded that someone used. I don't remember.
They did do
Wouldn't that
something
be
like
good
that.
publicity for your music? For
That's
it to be
what we had all
showcased?
thought, right? Okay, but then as an artist, right?
You want the money. You want,
Heavy Young Heathens, that's who
Oh,
it was. Yes.
A little too edgy.
We would have never heard of.
Edgelord.
Just saying. Band we would have never heard of. Thank you. No, but as a musician, I understand you can't pay me in exposure.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, I understand. Do I think it's right? No.
But would you benefit from exposure?
Absolutely.
And you would pay
On
off
that
in the
screen,
long
you
run?
totally would. Right?
But
If,
I get what
if
you're
someone wanted to
saying.
take one of my recordings and use it for a skating competition, do it.
I feel like it would have been smarter if they did what a lot of artists are doing now, where they take the clip of them performing, they retweet it, or they talk about it, they tag that person, so that person shows it to all their fans that this is who did my music this year. And then maybe, like, you put in place a licensing agreement moving forward, so any other person that wants it. I just think they kind of screwed everybody over.
It just doesn't make sense to me that it hasn't been a problem for the last how many years, and now all of a sudden
technically,
it is
it's
a
always
problem.
been illegal.
We've always been breaking the rules.
It's always been illegal. We just got caught.
But then how does that work with, like, gymnastics or...
They pay.
They pay?
They pay for the special licensing. Yes.
Like
US figure
the
skating doesn't pay.
Correct.
They said
figure skating does not pay.
body of what?
Correct.
Whatever,
We're
US
just
Like U.S.
telling you.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pays for, or at least as far as everything I've read, U.S. gymnastics pays for whatever, and that's how they can use the music.
Okay.
Like I would pay extra dues to cover my music.
Yeah, if my membership fee went up a little bit, it covered my music. Yeah.
Not if there's like a specific like videographer in a certain area, maybe you can pay them a little something extra, something.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, this is completely illegal, but can we go over to them and be like, I'll give you $100 bill
$100.
if you keep my video that you sent to
Tax
the judging
free.
panel.
They're not. Are they making money off of?
Producer's like, no.
Well, I guess the videographer would be making money off of
Yes,
the,
of the
so
sales.
That's
Where
never
it
mind.
comes from.
Legally, we do not bribe anybody.
Legally,
in
we
the
do not
figure
bribe
skating
anyone.
world. That was just a joke, and it
Yeah.
should not be taken.
Right. For legal purposes, this is
All of this is a joke.
For legal purposes, this is a joke. Do not take this as legal advice. Thank you.
Judge is gonna watch this and just be like, "What are you guys saying?"
back to your regularly scheduled skating.
Since we're in Finlandia, do we know any fun facts about Finland that we can share?
It's cold.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Wow.
They're modest people.
I know nothing about Finland. It's what?
It's the headquarters of Santa.
It's the headquarters
Wait,
of
for
Santa?
real?
Yeah.
Who says this?
Isn't that
Google.
the North Pole?
Google says it's the headquarters of.
This is conflicting
Is
information.
Finland in the North Pole?
The headquarters of Santa. Oh, that actually doesn't make sense.
It's a
No,
beautiful
the
country.
headquarters
This
of
is true.
Santa Claus is Santa's village near a place in Finland that I'm not going to pronounce right.
What is it?
Does it have some H's and Y's in
No,
it?
it's actually not that hard. I'm just going to mess it up.
Which
really bad. The R.
I can't see. Rovaniemi?
Wait, where are we looking? I'm
Right here. Rovaniemi?
Oh,
I don't know.
Ravana?
It's a word. It's a lovely word in Finnish that Americans cannot pronounce.
Another fun
No.
thing, kind of similar to Minnesota, we're the land of 10,000 lakes. They are the land of 1,000 lakes.
Oh, okay. They probably had that first.
It's the
Happiest
happiest
Oh,
country.
I think I knew that. It's the happiest country.
Makes sense.
They take care of their people.
They got lakes, they got trees.
They got Santas.
They
got Santa?
They got Santa.
Yeah,
It's
I think they
gotta
said
be
like there's
heavy.
74% like forest cover or something like that
Oh,
as
wow.
well. Yeah, 74% forest, mostly coniferous trees like pine, spruce, and birch.
Okay. Hey, we have those here.
We
That
sure
makes
do.
sense. It's very similar climate.
Yeah.
I want to apologize. We did not make any Finnish food. Normally, we're food themed here.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen today. Sorry, guys. This week's been rough.
Yeah, it's been a long
It's
2
been
weeks.
a long couple of weeks. So, tidbit of information: Mao Shimada is the first ever 4-time Japanese junior national champion. And if Mao had been skating here, she would have been skating senior for 3 years. Because after you win junior in United States figure skating, you have to move up. Which I think is a great rule, truly.
Yeah.
We used to have local competitions where that was the rule. If you won, you had to move up.
Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, in the 90s, that was a thing.
Like if I got first place in like Excel Junior Women at Duluth, I'd
Yep,
have to.
you'd have to move up.
I wish
I know. Wouldn't that be nice if that was still the rule?
Is that
Yeah.
like even if you're skating? Because you might have like a group of 5 skaters or something, but then there's another event that's the same level.
That has better skaters or something.
Yeah. Like,
Doesn't
is
matter.
it
Well,
the points overall?
no, it was just the event. So like if I won juvenile freestyle
Yeah.
at Duluth, the next year I'd have to move up to intermediate.
Cool.
Never happened because I wasn't very good at competition.
Well,
But she's turned that around now. So.
I loved the Dune one.
See, and I hate that dress. I literally say,
I
still
like
hate this
it.
dress. I get that it's Dune, but it's the color combo. It's the green and the
On
brown.
her, it washes her out.
It
I think
washes her
that's
way
what
out.
I.
Like a deeper red brown would have been great.
But that's not the movie.
No, I know it's not the movie. No, mine was Lindsay Thorngren. Her long dress, freaking love that
No,
dress.
I was gonna say her dresses look better here.
so
Yes.
you guys do like the simple dresses now.
Well, but it's not a simple dress at all. It's a simple shape. That thing's got like 7,000 rhinestones on the back of it.
I think the solid blue one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like 7,000 rhinestones
That's
on the
true.
nude mesh on the back.
I
It
just feel
looked
like I
bad
remember...
with the overexposed lighting. I think that it did her a disservice. But
yeah.
I think I remember you guys trashing this dress last
Well,
time.
it looks so much
it looks better.
now.
I like
Okay.
it now that it looks
Do you
better.
know what I like about it?
What?
You can't tell who made it.
Mm,
It doesn't have an angled back. It doesn't have straps.
not a
It's
grippy-
not a bandage dress. I'm not knocking anything.
This one out.
I'm not knocking it. It's not that I don't like it. I just can't go, oh, so-and-so made said dress.
I want to know how much it was.
That was not a cheap dress. I just got 1,000,000 rhinestones on it. Anyway. Oh, and Mai Miyahara's dress?
Wait,
long
which
dress.
one?
The long
Okay,
dress.
because I was gonna say I like the long more
Peak.
than the short.
So good. The black,
Wait,
all black dress.
oh, what placement did she get? Because
Mine?
we talk about her.
Mine ended up an 8th.
Okay, we got to
Yeah.
talk about her because did you know the story behind her long program?
No.
It's called Grief. I love her long. Her long is amazing, and it's basically her telling the story
Is that
that.
why she was in a black dress? It makes sense, right?
Oh, it's her short. Never mind.
Okay.
I've heard the black dresses.
I don't know.
Okay, talking about her short. So I love both of
Oh.
them. Actually, I like her short more than her long. Than thinking about that music choice, but I think
I
the
actually
other
said
choice
I
is
loved that
different.
music. The grief music.
The grief music.
Mhm.
It's her coming to the realization that her dreams of either like making it at nationals, realizing that her dreams are like going further and further away because she had that arthritis and then she had all the injuries and I think she has a
Oh, I
chronic
didn't know
illness.
that.
Mhm. She has like juvenile arthritis, I think is what
Oh,
they said.
I have heard that's horrific.
Yeah, she said it's like super painful to skate. So that's that whole the short program is her telling the story of realizing that she might not be able to end the career the way she wanted to.
Totally get that. All right, do you have anybody you want to talk about?
I did have another thing to say about Lindsay. Not necessarily about Lynn. I just know she did a waltz jump instead of her axel. If they,
I missed
Yeah,
that
right
in
at the
pre-skate.
end.
I'm kind of like if a skater were to like somehow, would it be possible for a skater to somehow play off their waltz jump as choreo and then just throw a double axel somewhere else, or is that completely?
Judge would say that once you go for an attempted jump
Uh-huh.
in
That's your
competition, it's not like tests where you can keep yeeting
Yeah.
axles.
So you can't
or
gaslight
that.
the judges into thinking the waltz jump was choreography.
Ma'am, I would love to gaslight the judges,
Well, I
but I
think-
don't think it's possible.
Because you turn in your planned program content,
Oh,
they
yeah.
know that you.
Yeah.
It's like that spin from Skate America where we saw that person and
Oh,
then they got
right.
called as an attempt and they
Yep.
tried to play it off like
Yep.
they just didn't go
They
into the
did.
spin.
I do, yeah. But on the bright side, she did have that really fast eye spin that she does, where she somehow
Mhm.
bends her knee and then like
I don't
straightens
know.
it to like.
I don't get it at all.
Yana though, I know she had a really interesting takeoff to her double axel that was really weird.
Right there, the lean before the double
Yeah.
axle.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it was almost like. I don't
Well,
even know.
it was unsettling to watch. Well, that was
Yes.
scary.
I'm like, oh, what is she doing? But I guess it works. Whatever works for her.
I feel like it makes me rotate a bit, but that's just. Maybe she. I'm not saying she did, but it just kind of it's interesting.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed their programs, but I just think it's interesting looking at like the kind of the whoever got lower on the final scores
Mhm.
compared to the top compared to the middle. It's like there's this whole thing saying like, oh, you're gonna go longer.
Right.
But like the difference between like wow, getting to that level and all your triples and like competing at a Grand Prix is absolutely insane, and your chances of doing that are so tiny. But then there's still such a gap between the skaters there,
Yes.
and then like Rino skating
Yes.
or Hana Yoshida skating.
Well, and I'm just looking at the scores. Olivia who ended up in 12th place, and I think they said this was her first senior Grand Prix. She and my note just says she just doesn't feel as polished, and that makes sense because if she's just come up from junior, she isn't.
Yeah.
Personal best short figure.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, she was lovely, but she skated after Ah-Sun Yoon, who's
So
amazing.
hard to
Like,
follow.
come on.
It's just weird seeing the difference between like the absolute top of the top and then like still amazing skating.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to downplay the Finnish skaters.
Not at
It's
all.
just,
But
it's
I
weird.
think it's a good thing, like when you see online, I know Mark and Ted from the ISU talk about this a lot, where I think a lot of viewers, they're not, if they are skaters, they're skaters where they're working on 3 turns, they're working on the basics, they're not a part of a club yet, or they're not fully understanding of the culture of skating, and I think they grew up in the Yuri on Ice era, where a lot of people think that everyone is doing quads, everyone is a true sub.
What are you doing?
I know, I spoiled this.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
But I think it's good for people to watch the first group of any free skate because you get to see, like, there really is a true realness and balance to skating. It's not just perfection.
Nope.
And I hate that the internet turns it into, oh my god, she did double threes after she landed the triple axel. Like, that's crap. Who cares? You did a triple axel in competition. It's one thing to land a jump, it's another to have it consistent, and it's a whole other thing to have it consistent in competition.
And like landed beautifully in competition.
I think the Finnish skaters were nice, and I feel like for them, they talked about it where they were really, this was their precursor for nationals, because they had nationals.
they have nationals. Yeah, and so they were setting themselves up for a really great competition because the 3 of them are within 4 points.
A lot of them just look happy to be there too.
Oh yeah,
Skate.
well, and it's at home. Like we're at home country, but yeah, still that would be amazing.
Sarah?
No, Lorraine. She 6th place.
Oh, she did.
She
Wait,
did.
is this for the overall? Oh, the final
Yeah.
results.
Yeah, did you not know that?
I must have been looking at the short. I don't know why I thought. Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at.
You're looking at.
We're all looking at
overall
different.
results.
Okay, we're ready to not skate at this
No,
competition.
she definitely did not. We are a mess this week. Holy
This is
man.
this is hard.
Wow.
Thought.
And are we talking long or short? Or short?
Long. It just kind of felt a little clunky. Clunky is the wrong word for it. It just felt not as smooth as the other skaters.
Look-
and
look at my
she's
word.
not-
Look at my word.
Yeah, see? Clunky.
I think
So
it's for air
sorry.
position.
It is. It's the air position. But I was using clunky because she skids into her double axel, which makes after so she skated after Laura.
Mhm.
After Laura skated, and with all those beautiful edges,
Really
to
hard.
see that skid in that axle, and she almost stops before she takes off. And why do I notice this? Because what have I been working on for the past 4 weeks?
And her combo.
Taking
she comes
my
to a
skid on
dead
my axle.
stop.
And then when she lands too, sometimes she's not really turning out her free leg. That makes it not look great. Like, don't get me wrong, she's good, but like
In
it's
big capital letters, I have, can she find a correct axis? Her axis
Yeah,
is always
she's always
slightly,
fine.
and I don't know how she's pulling onto these jumps. I'm like, girl, what strength do you have that I don't?
She has great core strength.
I mean, ideally, if you're trying to be like the best skating jump you could do, I should be very confident in your jump.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident in her
No.
jumps. They're like, oh,
I always feel like she's gonna hurt herself.
yeah.
And if you compare the Grand Prix de France with the Finlandia trophy, you can tell I don't think she has the consistency, and
No.
it's because of her air position.
I think so too.
It was really weird too. But she didn't do this on her other double axles. There's one double axle where she really brought her leg all the way back, and then
Like a full spiral.
And I don't know. It
Was
was
it choreo or was she really just
no.
winding up
She
to the
just
jump?
really like.
Oh, let's end this on a good note. You guys have anything else?
I really loved seeing her last season, and I was very disappointed never seeing the Grand Prix de France this year because I knew what she was capable of. But so she wasn't the sub, so she knew she was going to do it. So
Okay.
she is a little inconsistent, but she had an amazing program last year, and then I saw that one, and I was like, oh. And then this was kind of a meet in the middle between last year and the Grand Prix de France.
So the one thing I noticed is she's got a side sit with a grabbed foot on the side.
Yes,
I
I
did
did
see
that.
And I went, oh, I'm gonna have to try that. Because remember the
Yeah,
last
it
time
looked
I
really
tried the
good.
side sit, I looked like a dog peeing on fire.
It looked hard in a good way.
Yeah.
Right. Like it looked easy for her, but I was like, oh, that would be really
Right,
hard
I'm
to
gonna
do.
try that tomorrow. So watch for that recording.
Well, and her choreo step was really unique.
it was.
Like, I liked that.
Nope, I didn't say anything about. I thought I put something about her choreo.
It was
being
like
great.
that one edge
Mhm.
thing that she did, and like no one else did it, and I
Mm-mm.
think that's why it really stood out to me. I was just like, ooh,
It's unique and
Yeah.
different because a lot of like
We're seeing a lot
choreo-
of Ina Bowers, and
Yeah.
spirals.
Ina Bauer with the.
oh gosh, and it's
Everyone does it
lovely.
now.
It's lovely, but no, thank you.
Isn't it weird how everyone kind of does their broken leg differently?
Yes.
I don't know how to do my broken leg any other way than how I do it.
I
And I don't like
can't
my
do
broken
it at all, and every time I try, it looks redonkulous. So we're gonna try it the Lorraine way.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
It looks like it requires more leg strength than the other ways.
I have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Right, so we'll see what happens. So, Ashen Yun,
Yes.
who skated beautifully.
Yes, she did.
First, starting the first warm-up group in the short,
Mm-hmm.
I watched it and went, how
That
is
was a bang.
anyone going to top this in this
Mhm.
group?
Me too. Me too.
No offense to the rest of the group, but that was like,
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm-hmm. My notes were triple Lutz, triple toe, huge. Axel, wow. The stones on the dress.
Lovely. Oh my god.
And then I said music is boring.
Yeah.
Choreo is meh.
But the jumps.
But she skated beautifully.
The long program music was familiar.
I know.
There's a certain spot that would be really great for like a big spiral at this part of the
Mhm.
music that I am missing.
What did I say?
There's like the
What
choreo-
did she do at that part? Wasn't it just like
she was just spinning.
yeah, right?
Spin.
Okay.
The choreo after the tempo change doesn't match the music.
No.
Yeah.
That was my note on her
I've
long.
seen better with.
And then I said, does her
I've seen better with this program.
does her free leg seem wrapped to you guys in the air position?
for her
I don't know
long?
if I
Yeah.
I didn't
Yes.
notice it in the short.
I
as
wondered
much.
if it's a tired thing.
maybe
the second half
The
of the
second
long.
half
I
of
really
the long.
noticed it.
Right? Me too.
And I think there was a point in the long where she was skating and the music had this build and she was
Mhm.
kind of just doing crossovers.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Yes.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she was tired though, because she has a beautiful Bielman, but her leg was bent in the
Mm-hmm.
Bielman, and I was like,
Or maybe
"Ooh."
injured or
Yeah, something's going on.
Something
there.
seemed off.
something happened. I
Mhm.
didn't really notice that.
Or
Okay.
she wasn't pulling up into the
Mhm.
grab camel, which is weird
Yep.
because she's definitely flexible enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I say great save on the loop because she landed thoroughly
Yes.
wrapped and
Yes.
yeeted that leg all the way out. Girlfriend, that's some strength.
She was pretty good at saving things. Like
She
I would
was.
say there were some
Yeah.
questionable moments and I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. I
Beautiful,
said, go ahead.
beautiful height on her triple Lutz.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Except for the pop. She had that
Yeah,
pop on
yeah,
the
she
second.
did. She did.
But she recovered so well with the 3-jump combo.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad that she looked so unhappy after she skated, but I thought overall she did pretty good.
Right. No, I
But
know.
I know that's just a skater thing, but like
we all do
you
it.
did great.
We're all too hard on ourselves.
I think for her, she had such a good short, and
Yeah.
the long probably wasn't what she wanted. And I think she
I'd
knew that score was not going to get her as close to the podium as she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, she went from 5th to 6th.
Yeah.
Or she stayed in 5th. 5th in the short, 6th in the free. So she stayed in 5th.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sarah Everhart.
Yeah.
What do we have to say about Miss Sarah?
I think for her first senior season, she gave us what
Is
is
this really her
expected.
first senior season?
International.
Okay. I'm like,
Which is why a lot of the mistakes I'm going to forgive because it's her first time ever doing a Challenger Series at senior. It's her first time doing a senior Grand Prix, not her first time doing
Okay.
a Grand Prix. But
Right.
I think there were mistakes. She said in her post-skate interview, though, that the mistakes obviously cost her and
Mhm.
she's mad about it. I think
good, get mad and fix it.
she
I
did
say that to all of us.
hear us
by
with
the
the
way.
Firebird complaint. But when she gets tired, is when she starts to muddle everything. Because did you notice her fingers were more ballet-like
No.
this week?
No, definitely do that.
She did something more with her finger, with her
Okay.
glove, and I looked at it and I went, oh my god, her hands aren't like this anymore.
No Barbie hands.
No Barbie hands, because she kind of had Barbie hands, like, in the Grand Prix de France. Or maybe it was like this.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
Honestly, I don't have much to say about it. It's just she just didn't give me the face that I wanted from her
Yeah.
at all. It was kind of the same facial expression the whole time, and that was disappointing. It just didn't
It
have
gave me
the
a
package.
wah,
It
wah.
wasn't
Say it to her about
captivating.
One note.
That's one note. Yeah. So just give me a wah.
Oh. I feel like maybe it probably made sense technically and with the judging, but like I enjoyed a lot of programs that placed lower than her significantly
Yep.
more. That's all I have to say.
So first of all, the short. I love the dress. I don't like the front of it. It's too heavy.
I still like it. I think it's good.
I love the color.
Yeah.
I love the back. The front feels heavy. And she's not a heavy skater. And that's not physically, that's just like...
I will say, and producer will probably agree with me, I think coming from the designer's perspective, they are doing the traditional Irish dance costumes, which are very heavy.
Very heavy. Yes,
So I
that
see
I get.
that.
I absolutely get. And I said she skated better this week.
Yes.
On the short. Short was better. Better than the last time she competed. France, maybe? France.
She jumped in, I guess now you remind me, she did the landing and she jumped into the spin faster this time.
Yes.
And I had,
That was immediate. It was bop bop and I went, yes, girl. Okay, but the long. I love that dress. Because it's heavy without being heavy. If that makes sense. The red dress. It's fantastic. Again, I got 0 fire. I got 0 bird. Okay. The rotation on her opening triple Lutz was delayed and it was slow and I wasn't sure she was going to make it. She did. It was gorgeous, but it was wild. But the combo, her rotation speed picked back up.
Yeah.
And why am I noticing this? Because I'm working on these things, right? So I'm paying attention to everybody's rotations. Her jumps felt very delayed. The rotation on the flip was slow.
Yeah.
And it felt like she was working really hard. And this is figure skating. We can't show that we're working hard.
No.
Even though we're working hard. Right? Like, you gotta fake it. It's 1,000,000% fake it. And that's unusual for her. Normally, I don't feel like she's working really hard. And then I said, this just isn't the best music choice for her. I don't know who picked it. There's no drama. There's no face. There's no fire, no passion. And it's Firebird. Like, the whole ballet is this fiery, passionate... She skated fine. Fine. Like, not delightful, not poor, fine. But she would be amazing to the correct music. Do I know what that music is? No. My first thought was Habanera from Carmen. Da, 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 da. Like a little sultry, still like in a Firebird vibe. That dress could work. But she needs a different type of drama than overt drama. Because I'm not getting that from her.
Yeah.
So that's my complaint. She skated great.
Do you think she will give us more drama by January?
I hope so. So I don't have to give the same rant. Sorry, Sara. You skated great, truly. Really did. Romeo and Juliet would be stunning for her.
That would be really good.
Yes, because it is also lighter, but it's still drama.
The way to sum it up is it was flat, but she executed the elements.
She did what she needed to do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. She totally did. Yeah.
She didn't give in between them.
And is this her second year at senior? Just first senior Grand Prix? Okay.
Yes.
She should be giving me more than what I'm getting.
Well, it's not her second year at senior Grand Prix. It's her second year at senior overall, but
That's
she did
what
a
I mean.
national qualifying series.
Right.
last year.
Second year. But, like, so she's not fresh out of junior, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like she should be giving more. Because there is that distinction, right?
Yeah. I just think, like, I feel like for the long, she might have been going through some mental blocks because when she came around before her last spin or her last couple spins and she did, is it a triple right around the big circle in the middle, and then she did the double 3 turns, or it wasn't a double 3 turn. She did a couple mistakes. But there was, like, she almost put her hand down on the landing of it, and then she stood up, and they gave her, like, real bad negatives for that. But I just remember seeing her face, and she was so pissed off at herself about it, and I feel like that may have been the delay with the jumps in that program. She needs different packaging.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It all comes back to the packaging.
Sarah has the potential to be what Isabeau was 2 or 3 years ago, where every little girl saw her and looked up to her, and literally... I swear almost all of my students either want to be Amber Glenn or they want to be Isabel Lovito at the moment. And I'm just like, you know what, that's great. Like, have someone to look up to. I feel like she doesn't have a lot. I guess they haven't really done her for press yet. So I think when we see her for press, her personality will come out and she'll become someone. that's like an Isabeau. I think she
Yeah.
has potential. She's working her way up. She isn't
totally
there yet.
has potential. She just
Almost
needs a
there.
new package.
You know what's funny? Is I hadn't like sneezed or had allergies until now, and Oliver hasn't really been downstairs. So
at
that's
all.
Really why.
I know. I know.
Laura?
Laura Naki Gutman, who just found out
She was gonna be competing.
that she was going to be competing out of nowhere. Do we know
I-
why? Somebody pulled somebody.
I think she got Luna's spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, I would have loved to see Luna skate.
Me
I
too.
know.
Not to take Laura's.
No, Laura
Well,
skated beautifully though too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just love seeing Luna
So
skate.
my notes for her short. I love the
Wow,
energy.
she found out at the NHK.
Oh, she did? Oh, wow. Thank you,
Amazing.
producer. I love the energy she brings to her short program. I know you guys don't love it.
No, I was gonna say it was better this week.
Okay,
I hated it less.
that's good though. I have opening combo. Yes, that's all I have. I'm a sucker for her 1 foot axel. Love it. And I love the choreo on this program. It's different and unique, but it's not ultra modern.
I think she was nervous last week, and I think
Maybe.
also this week she came in like going, "Oh, well, I came in 6th last week,
Mhm.
so what do I have to lose? This was just an add-on.
Right.
Like I wasn't supposed to be here."
Yeah, and she ended up 3rd overall.
It was really
Second in the
good.
short, 3rd in the free skate, 3rd overall.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She did great. All right. Should I go on to her long, or you guys got stuff about her short?
I'm good for long.
Okay. Yeah. I love her long dress.
I do too.
Right.
It's a unique, more unique blue.
Yes.
I don't see a lot of that shade.
Yeah. And then I say, oh dang, that opening pass. It was ginormous. But why are her arms above her head all the time?
I think for her, it's what makes her feel comfortable.
Got it. That's what I said. Is it a comfort zone? More power to her, but I'd love to see her with the traditional arm once in a while.
I didn't mind the arm over
Really?
the head. I actually really, for her, because she's so tall, and I'm hoping she really is tall, and I'm not just saying.
Have we looked her up yet?
We have.
Hold on. Looking
Wait,
her up.
didn't we do this last week?
We guessed
You said
her.
she was like
Yeah.
5'8", 5'9".
5'7".
Okay, I'm gonna go with 5'6".
Whoa!
5'7" point Madeline. What else did I say? Her lines are gorgeous, but I'd love to see her milk her edge elements a little bit longer. I know it's probably a time constraint, but like, give me this much more. How did she pull out of that loop so much strength? And then I said the music is boring,
Yeah.
but the choreo makes the best of it. And here's my line of the week. We have to remember that just because we like a piece of music doesn't mean we have to skate to it.
You felt like that for the lawn?
I did. Like, great. I didn't mind listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like watching someone skate to it?
It wasn't like a captivating.
Right. Like, I was like, oh, did I get a text message? Oh,
Yeah.
I can scroll this.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look at social. Like, it did not hold my attention. And that's what you want the judge to be like, oh, I'm so enraptured, I forgot I have to score this jump.
Yeah.
Right?
And same comment for me as I had last week when she competed. No cartwheel out of the spin, please.
Oh, I totally forgot about the card.
I think she committed
Just
to it
looks bad.
more, but I finally figured out why I don't like it. She does the cartwheel and then she turns to forward the opposite direction, and it's a really awkward transition, and I think she takes too much time.
Oh.
And I finally realized if she would have just landed the cartwheel and gone the direction that the cartwheel is still going, I wouldn't mind it. But she steps the opposite direction, so she does that big inside edge to switch, like, change edge. It looks so awkward.
I'm just deciding now too. I was kind of halfsies on the cartwheels and programs, but I just hate them now.
Do you know what I'm starting to hate?
What?
Is the little jump thing in the middle of the spin, because everyone's doing it
Oh,
for
the
points.
heel lift.
Yeah.
The heel lift.
Ugh.
I'm like, can we do something else?
It's an easy
Like the
level.
first person I saw, I went, cool, something new. And
It's
now
like
I'm
the
like,
knee slides,
yes.
which I'm a hypocrite on.
Yeah, you do them.
But you know the ISU is going to get rid of that lift thing by the end of this. They'll be like, you guys are all doing it. Or they're going to make a rule that you have to spin on your non-even part
Right.
of your blade for like 2 rotations
Right.
or whatever.
Ilya does that, doesn't he? He does
Yeah.
a spin on the heel.
Here's the thing about
Yeah, he
Producer, I agree.
head spins. Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Oh.
here's the thing about cartwheels for me is that they're not hard. It's like I'm like 3rd graders do them at recess. It just makes your program
Right.
look like childish.
I think I agree with
And
that.
It's not a difficult gymnastics move.
Mm-mm.
I get being on ice makes it hard and more dangerous and exciting, but like, so
It's the wrong music. This is lyrical. A cartwheel shouldn't be in a lyrical song.
Agreed. Absolutely. Even if it's a boring lyrical song.
an appropriate place for a cartwheel and figure skating is a club ice show.
Or the gala.
Or Alyssa Liu's disco.
Oh.
I'd be totally down with the
Okay.
cartwheel there.
Yeah,
Right?
sure.
But that would still cheese. But it's kind of cheesy. Okay.
But it's cheesy disco
I
music.
know. I guess you're right.
I
Let's
still wouldn't
dance.
love it at all, but it would be better than this.
Right. It isn't music. It isn't musically appropriate, says the musician. It would be like playing Bach with the pedal on the whole time, which is
I
totally
feel like it's not
musically
even about
appropriate.
musically appropriate. It's about the stage you're on. And
Yeah.
Does it
skating
give her a
appropriate.
level? For me, like, her jumps are gorgeous
Gorgeous.
to look at. Like, it gets so much height, and I think with a little
It's
more
so flowy.
Yes.
Triple S is so nice.
Oh, so good.
She had a flutz at the NHK trophy, and you could see that coming from a mile away, which same. But she fixed it for this one. I didn't
Lovely.
notice it as much. I don't even think she got an edge call.
I mean, can't you fix that in a week?
Yeah, yes, so easy. Just
That was
do it.
sarcasm. If you aren't a figure skater, it's really hard to fix a flat.
But I liked seeing the jumps. I think the in-between skating, it shows. There's the difference between the top three with
Yep.
in-between skating skills, and then she's almost there, but it's still,
But technically, she was top 3.
yeah.
I'm just saying. But
But
it's because the other 9 were less so.
Yeah.
Not because hers
Yeah.
were excellent.
But-
which sounds really horrible.
I know,
hate
that's
that I
that
just
way of-
qualified it like that, but it's kind of what it is, right?
What I'm saying doesn't make sense until we get to the next skaters.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Right, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah.
She's here. Right?
But she got a new personal best.
She did. And
And a season's best.
good for
Fantastic.
her. I mean, congratulations. And
And-
she skated beautifully.
Yeah.
Like
She wasn't
we're
even
not
supposed to be there.
No. I just more power to her. She did great. All right. So Reno.
Seeing once Reno's lawn program came on, it was like a breath of fresh air.
Oh my God! Right?
Like I was just I can sit back and just be entranced in
Mhm.
this. Like I feel like I'm in Rivendell, and it's from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. I'm supposed to know what
Think-
Rivendell is.
Why did I think you said
Peaceful.
Riverdale? And I went,
No.
what?
No.
How
not
is that
Rivendell.
peaceful?
But
No.
no, just think like beautiful, peaceful, serene, like
yes.
fantasy.
No, I know what
land.
it is now that you remind me. I'm old. Remember that sector's been over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just I felt so confident in her abilities and her skills
Mm-hmm.
to do it that I just was able to sit back and relax and enjoy it. That's gorgeous.
Yeah. Her short. I said her positions are just stunning, and that's like all of her positions, not spins, not drops, like all of
Everything.
them. They're just stunning, and she's got this flow. I just say the flow.
Yes. The flow.
She's not into the ice. She's not above the ice. She is the ice.
Yeah.
It's interesting she went from 4th place in the short
Well,
to 1st in the
she-
free skate.
The
Topped her triple flip.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, like, I get it. Let me look at her long notes here. She's so pretty to watch. And she is ethereal. And the music is ethereal. And we've got the package. The skater is the music.
Yep.
And that's why we like it so
And
much.
that's why we're entranced in
Yeah.
the performance. That's not a program where you're scrolling on your phone or
No.
talking to someone. You're just like
Yeah. I'm like, I almost forgot to take notes. I was like, oh, you gotta take notes.
The
She's
correct
correct
packaging.
packaging.
Yeah.
yes, the correct packaging.
and it works so well for her.
Uh-huh.
That's like I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It works well for her as a skater. Like
Now,
Yes.
what do we think of the packaging of the short? Because I still think that is not the right song for her short. I think the
it's-
long is it.
what
And I
the
song
think
long
did she
is
do
it.
again for her short?
I think
Someday I'll fly away. Or
I
whatever that song
think
is.
someone is trying to make it different.
Because the
Right?
costume's different.
I think it's somebody's trying to make the two different, right? Like we've got this beautiful ethereal long, and we need to do something different in the short. And I think that's what they picked, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
always gonna do that one
Oh.
better.
I know.
haven't seen it, so.
Producer says that Ashley Wagner did the "One Day I'll Fly Away"
I mean,
better.
you have to remember I didn't watch skating for a while. Okay, so Reno's long. The landing free leg,
So
gorgeous.
good.
She harkens back to old school figure skating where artistry really mattered. And I think that's why we all like her so much, right? She's got quiet power that you don't realize is
Ooh,
coming
I like that.
until she opens up that first combo and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Because she's got this floaty ethereal, and then you're like, oh, and you can jump like Kaori? Come on. So, yeah, and I could watch her skate all day, was my last note.
I think going into it, I found out through a figure skating fan page that she is not the most consistent skater.
What?
She gets in her head. So we saw that in Skate Canada. She had that
We did.
little short.
Right.
And I saw her going on to the short. I went, oh my God, this is going to make me so nervous because I know that she had such a bad time with the short before. She redeemed herself, minus the triple flip. But she redeemed herself. And she did, you could tell that she was just forcing herself to make it better. And I think that was good. When it came to the long, I think the long was better in Canada than it was here because she popped and did the... Did she fall or did she pop
Hold
at
on,
the end of
I have
the...
that note. Let me go back.
Popped into a double. And I think she meant to do a triple.
Yeah,
at the
double
end.
sow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pop on the last cell count
And
from
I
the triple.
I think
the
she
double.
felt the pressure of that perfection because everyone on the internet was saying that was the standard of perfection. So of course you go out there and you're like, well, I've
Yeah.
already done this program perfect. Like, Jesus.
Right.
Like,
How do we top that?
she still did a good job though.
That's the hard part when you're on top.
Her attitude, I do like it.
She's got a
very
great
sweet.
attitude.
And she was smiley in
Yeah.
the kiss and cry. It was cute.
Well, and didn't she get a personal best overall score, if I remember correctly?
I think she'll walk away from this competition knowing that she earned her spot on the world team for
Yeah.
Japan. I feel like that is probably what made her so happy is because that long program in Canada proved that she has what it takes. And then her I would say like not consistency, but she was more consistent with the two programs overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we said it last time, but that right outside edge into the loop.
Stunning.
It's just so good.
Stunning.
And that's
Her
not
choreo
easy.
is great. I don't know who's doing the choreography, but her choreo is
The
great.
knee slide at the
Yeah.
end
Oh
of
my
everything.
God.
And
It's
it's
so
like
good.
effortless.
Well, and hers like covers, she like starts at the red line and gets all the way to the end of the circle. And I'm like, girl,
her knees must hurt.
I
That's
know.
what I'm thinking.
I know, that's
When you
exactly.
get like a sharp shard.
I know.
Oh, a lump on the ice.
I've been doing a lot of my program run throughs without gloves on, and I do a hydro blade in the ice. It's pretty the end of the session by that point.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Ow. Ow, ow. All right. Anything else about Reno?
She's just lovely.
She's lovely. And she's a completely different skater than Kaori,
Yes.
Yeah, and I like that.
right? Like, are they similar levels? Yep. Are they totally different? Yep.
Yes. Power in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaori has raw power.
Yeah.
Reno
Powerhouse.
has that quiet power. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she makes I think what shows a good skater is when the camera person is working to find you the whole time. Like, that's good.
Yep, I agree with that. All right. Anything else about her? Other than we really liked her today? Or
Yeah.
this
I think
weekend?
that was good.
All right. Hana Yoshida.
I have thoughts.
Well, I really I really don't like her rock program music. Like,
Same.
it kills me a little bit inside that is the way we're topping off a Grand Prix event, and you're getting
Same.
first place, and
It's that.
It's just. It reminds me of like some non-copyright background music that's just not good advertising some product.
Again,
or
just because you
something.
like the song does not mean you should skate to it.
Now her skating, pretty good, like very snappy jumps. Her jumps,
Yeah.
like it's such
Mhm.
her rotation is so fast. I loved her triple Lutz double toe. That was cool.
Right.
So cool. Ouch triple axel.
I know.
She got a
Ouch.
-4 GOE on that. I think I saw that on the TV screen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But great recovery. That's
But
hard to do.
she did say in her interview at the end that that was what her goal was to land that this time.
Oh,
So that's why she went for it, right? She knew she didn't need it,
Yeah.
but that's what she
Well,
wanted.
yeah, I respect that. It's
Yeah.
just
Mad
yeah,
respect.
that's kind of all my thought. It just compared to what we saw with Rino.
Yeah.
It's just
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts summed
Yeah.
up. She's a great skater, but I hate the packaging.
Yup.
We have opinions. So her opening position on her short program,
Yeah.
where she's leaned back, she holds it for like 10 seconds. You guys, think about the ab strength. I just said so many planks to get to that strength. And then she's got a flying sit. Beginning, she like does the fly in the middle.
And she gets height.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
I want to know how.
It's like it's those box squat things.
I don't know. Pistol squats.
Yeah, but there's another thing they do. Have you seen their Instagram page for the Japanese team?
No. Do I need to
Oh
find it?
my god, you need to find it. All their
Is
off
my
stuff
workout all
is
gonna
like
change now?
yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
You'll be entranced. I
Oh,
swear I scrolled
gosh.
through it for like an hour. I was just like,
Wow.
and then you do that?
Right? Okay, so I have a mini rant for the long. The dress I still hate, but I like the fabric and the stoning. It's the bandage mummy I hate. And I didn't love the bubble pony. Did she wear that last time?
She
Yeah.
did.
Good.
It
was
felt
different.
stiffer this time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was extra gel or something, but I didn't love it. And then, oh damn, I thought she was going to have the triple axel. Great recovery on the triple flip. I will be honest, I think Rino is the superior skater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hana has more raw power, but Rino has the package. Neither are Kaori. Right?
Yeah.
They're three distinctly different skaters.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
And they're never going to be each other. They just have similar qualities.
But I like that it's different. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like I like that
Oh,
their
it's not a bad thing.
edge qualities are similar.
Yeah. I think they have a fantastic program.
Yes.
I think Japan just has a fantastic program, and I wish we could mimic it almost.
Yeah.
Like with their program for their skaters.
Yeah, like with their jump quality, their edge quality, they just have this level that all of our competitors don't have.
Yeah. Well,
But theirs do, the men.
and it
and the
seems
women.
like from what we see, it's done in a maybe healthy way.
I was gonna say so.
Because I don't follow
I
them.
watched sectionals
Yeah.
for both coasts this weekend.
Mhm.
I think it's the Japanese coaches. I think they are so positive and they truly believe in their students. And watching, this is my mini rant. I'm gonna have to rein it
and
in.
I think the Japanese culture is
It's different.
overall more positive.
yes.
American culture, not so much.
Do you?
Oh, you go.
That could make. Do you think that has anything to do with more of like community based? And it's like I'm skating for my country more so for than myself, or like
Maybe.
helping each other. I don't know if that has.
Do they
anything
have
to do with
like
it.
incentive when they win stuff? You know how some countries, like the U.S., pays the least to their
Yeah.
athletes for winning.
Which is shocking because
Which is
football
I was. I told. This
or
is funny.
baseball for that matter.
I was sitting.
Or hockey.
Here's another Zach shout out. But I was sitting to my boyfriend the other day, and he goes, "They must just be loaded," and I'm like,
They're not.
No.
Sure.
"They're paying to be here."
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of money too.
Yup.
By the way, shout out, go support Sonia because she's selling the headbands and the stickers.
Sonia Hilmer.
Yeah, thank you. Couldn't think of her last name.
I'm like, Sonia.
She has like a GoFundMe, but she made all the products, so
Oh,
it's.
wow.
I feel like that's a really good way
That's
to pay for
fantastic.
her international competitions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's you. Rant away, my
Okay.
friend.
The short, no notes. I think that is the it short for me. Out of this, well, Asunyeon, she had a really good short, but I think Hana's packaging for that short and just all the cool little intricate details down to the dress, that's the it short for me. That's what stood out. I don't like the short. I have no issues with it. That was good. She's consistent. The long, I hate the
Does
long.
anyone like it?
Someone must.
So when I saw this,
Can you imagine hearing it all the time in the ring?
Oh, I'd have to leave.
You know she
feel
runs it a million times.
Unmotivated to
right?
do my program.
I know. Sorry.
It's copyright free background music. The more I hear it, like last time I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. No, watching it this time around, I'm like, she's a beautiful skater, but this music is like, I think she's trying to be different because that's what she always goes for. I love her long from last season. I hate this one.
That's not winning top podium Grand Prix music.
Right.
It was meh.
It was meh.
It's less than meh.
It had me going at the end when they're doing the replay. I'm like, well, I know she's going to win, but then I was going, but how?
I know.
How
That's
that-
why I'm like, what? Reno.
Yeah.
I know.
And that sounds
I know.
mean because I love Hana and I get that
Right.
the triple axel for her is such a big deal. She talked about this last year.
Yes.
And like she landed it on a quarter when she did the last Grand Prix of this series before the final. Maybe it was the final. One of them. She landed on the quarter. She was really upset about it, but she was upright. This one, I think she over-rotated slightly and kind of missed.
My
that
my
little bit.
notes said it looked like her shoulder came open when she took
Yeah.
off. And again, only because it's something I'm working on is keeping that shoulder here rather
And then
than
she landed that way
Uh-huh.
too, and I was just
yeah,
like,
it looks
"Oh."
painful.
But then you
Yeah.
could see her, like, she squinted in the direction she was going,
Yep.
and that's like, you're really focusing everything back, and you're like, I'm gonna land it all. And she did good.
And she did.
What is, this dress is so cool. Wrong music.
You know, if it was like Interstellar.
I was gonna say, why is
Or if
this
it was
Interstellar?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes.
Na, na, na. I mean, like,
Even X-Files.
right?
I would take anything.
Like, there are so many
Martian,
space themes.
Mars.
Right? So many. Or even one of the planets,
Oh.
Holst.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that'd be great. But whatever this is.
Planet Earth from Disney. I would take anything over this music. I think the mummy thing is cool, but there's no connection to
No.
the music for me.
No.
And the hair, the hair combo with that is the right choice, but yeah, she put too much hairspray in
Yeah,
it
there
this
was
time.
something different about it.
Did it hit her in a spin?
It did. It's
No.
like it felt like a horse's tail.
Yeah.
Right? And like I get it. Hair's hard.
She's
I'm
going
going-
at some point.
I'm going at some point to Park City when I'm
In-
on a
in the
family trip
nearest
and I'm
future.
gonna skate
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Okay.
See you there.
Cool. So look for Madeline. Get your picture with her, like
That'd be
talk
so
to
cool.
her, and like be like, "Oh my God, are you
Show
Madeline?"
me
can
how
talk
the
with
music
her.
box works because I'm
Yeah.
gonna be really awkward about it.
Hopefully, you'll have a new program by then.
I really freaking hope so.
We gotta say like a little prayer, like Cruella
Right?
has to die.
Cruella has to. Oh, we should do a séance.
I wish
Mhm.
death upon Cruella.
Death upon Cruella.
And not
my
like a
knees.
Ouija board. Will
No.
Cruella die?
Yeah, will Cruella die? So how many times
Yes.
have you recorded Cruella?
Like in the last few
And
weeks.
we should clarify. Cruella is Madeline's program. She's trying to test her junior, and I bet you've recorded it 10 times.
Oh, at least.
But you've had so many like good
And there's so many that are so close. And Ava and I are like, she's gonna get this
Get
one.
it.
She's gonna get it. And then there's like this
Just
little
one in particular where all of the jumps were clean and
So
great and
really
good.
Yes.
And then I messed up my spin.
Which was so weird because she never messes up the spin.
And it's been just kind of a bunch of run throughs like that.
Yeah.
And then, except this week, I just wasn't.
This wasn't your top of game week. It's okay.
This week was like a
We all had a
Blah,
weird
kind of
week.
We did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like,
Anyways, Cruella's gonna die this week.
Cruella's gonna die this week, y'all. And actually, by the time you are all viewing this, Cruella will hopefully be dead and buried.
No, she will be.
she will be.
Okay,
She will
yeah, Cruella will be dead and buried
We're-
by the time
We're
we
taking
have
our
published.
shovels and we're patting her
Yes.
in the
You
ground.
know what
We're
I've
gonna-
noticed helps though is when I'm starting or I'm about to film, I'm not thinking about I'm gonna do it this time.
Mhm.
It's just I'm just gonna do the process
Yeah.
and not
Follow
focus
the
on the
process.
result. Because when I focus on the result, it doesn't go well.
Interesting.
Huh.
So I just think about just the process of what am I doing now. That's all that matters.
Interesting.
I'm kind of a mix of both. I have to be out of it for some things, and for
Yeah.
other things, I have to be like, you need to like finish this right now.
That's more for me. That's more so like when I'm tired and I'm going into the spin or something, choreography. But
So I've got mine's totally different this year. I have to get into character. It's like a stage character. If the character's on, I'm good.
are you thinking about anything else or
Nope.
just performing your character?
Performing the character.
Was it like that for you when you were growing up?
No, I think this has a lot to do with ADHD medication. When I was growing up, I would disassociate. I don't remember.
You were like me.
Yeah,
You
I
have
don't
no
remember
recollection.
any programs. I mean, like I've seen the video, so
Yeah.
I remember. But like, if you had asked me, how did you do it? I'd be like, I don't know. right?
Did you
That's
ever get
wild.
tunnel vision?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay,
that I
so
haven't
that's
had.
just nerves.
No, I think it's just
That's
nerves.
just a main.
And the thing is, I never got nervous, but I still disassociated the whole thing, and I do that when I perform too, when I sing. Now, my mind is present. I think that's part of the reason why I struggled last year, because my mind was disassociating, but as I was doing therapy, it was starting to become more present, and it was like,
That's scary.
oh, I have to do X, Y, and Z to get the medal, to do the thing. And now with the medication, I can do it. So it literally is I go into character, and I would tell you what the character is, but you kind of have to see the program to understand. And there's literally no video right now.
There's photos. We
There's
do like a
photos.
little flip book of.
But that's not even really it, because the dress is still back there on the mannequin. So
Oh, that's true.
Right,
So
we got
it's
to
not
get.
even
It's
the.
not even fully fleshed out yet. But and I don't know if that's something that everybody could do, but you can see that we all do it differently to get to the same net result. So I kind of went off on
And it
that,
changes
sorry.
over time.
I like
It
that.
does.
Well, because I know for me especially, I was always focused. Oh, I'm gonna do it this time. Like, oh, it's feeling based on like, oh, I really want to do this, and then that was a whole cycle of mental blocks.
Yes.
Stopping that has helped a lot. Now it's
Well,
just process.
And Kate's been working on that with me. That
Yeah.
She doesn't care how it feels.
Yeah.
It matters how it looks. And I've really started to think about that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's part of the reason why my skating skills scores are going up, because I'm thinking about how it looks rather than how it feels. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I'm completely the opposite. The reason why, like, last year I had such a hard time is I didn't feel like I was enough for silver.
Wow.
And this season, like, that last, basically almost coming in first, but coming in second with
Right.
still a good program, I was like, oh, that was like 9-10 people. I can do this.
Yeah.
I can.
So final standings if Grand Prix ended today. Kaori, Wakaba, Hana, Rino, Lara, and Sara. I'm not even using last names because you all know who this is by now. But still in contention is Amber Glenn, who we love. Monet Chiba, Rinka Watanabe. See, this is the other reason why I don't use last names. Ryon Sumiyoshi. I got that one. Cheon Kim, who is on the cusp, and Kimmy Rapond, who is also on the cusp. But I love Mia Kimmy.
Kimmy posted that she's dead serious about, like, winning.
I
this
know,
next
I
one.
saw it. I love following
So-
Kimmy. I love Kimmy's Instagram account.
I know.
Sorry, Kimmy, love your Instagram account. Okay. You want to do the wrap up?
Wait, should we give our predictions of what we think the final order will be? Because we're really close. And so I
Ooh.
think now we can we know, basically, I think anyone in contention, that's for sure. Anyone who's really not mentioned, I don't think they have a shot.
Yep.
So what do we think?
What do we think? I think Kaori, Amber, Wakaba for top three.
Okay.
Not necessarily in that order, but I think those are the three.
I don't know. How many points did Hana get? She got 20, she got 11 something with the bronze, and then she's at like 20. Well, I think, so Hana's going to be in the final, I'm pretty sure, because she's close to 30 points, and that's what you need. I definitely think, well, Kaori's going to be there. We know that for sure. That's confirmed. I want Rino to be there.
Me too.
I know
would
that
be
point-wise, she'll probably get bumped, which kind of makes me a little bit sad. I think Wakaba will be there.
Yep.
And
I really want Kimmy to be there.
I don't know if Mona Chiba is going to be there.
I don't know. I really just want Kimmy there.
I know. I really want Kimmy. I'm trying to work it out in my head. I'm like, how does it work out?
I don't know if it works out, but
She'd
you
have
know.
to win.
If I can't have Luna, I like Kimmy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, here's the hard part is that if, in order for Kimmy to get to the final, she needs to win Cup of China, but Amber needs to win Cup of China. So this is we're stuck between a rock and a hard place with this one.
If I have to pick, it's Amber.
Agreed. She needs a good Grand Prix
Yep.
season.
We need her. This is her year. We need this to be her year.
And she has such a good attitude.
I know.
Oh, random side note. So when they did the Ice Makes It sectionals, they would play the media day stuff. I kind of feel bad that I shit on Brady Tennell so much about that short program because she went into detail about explaining it. And I'm like, oh, whoops, sorry.
I mean, we still loved it, and
We-
Brady skates beautifully. We just
It's just,
don't love the program.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Right? Like, it's beautiful.
Do we think that she listened to the?
You never know who's
We
listening
never
at this
know.
point. Brady,
I
we're
just-
sorry. We love you.
All right. Well, Cup of China is next. After this Grand Prix, we'll know who's in the final, and not just our guesses. Cup of China will feature Amber Glenn, Monet Chiba, Rinko Watanabe, Kimi Rapond. We're hoping Amber's going to win this one.
I think she is. I'm putting it out to the universe. She has
Yeah.
to.
Amber's going to win this one. You've heard it here.
Triple axel in the long with the short.
Right. After Cup of China, we have a week in between before the final for the Grand Prix.
We also have the Junior Grand Prix going on at the same time, which
Oh,
I'm really excited
I
about.
didn't know that.
I have some dresses.
Oh, everybody watch the Junior Grand Prix for Amber's dresses.
So that's why.
Right.
That's why. The only
For my
reason.
only reason why. But we need some help for the podcast for the week there is no Grand Prix. What do you guys want to see? Do you want a Q&A? Do you want to give us some questions that we can answer? So
Let's talk about it next week.
right,
At Cup of
yeah,
China.
right. So you all know, like, comment, subscribe, go and rate the podcast, go and thumbs up the YouTube videos. Right, we
Notifications.
appreciate you. Turn on notifications.
Turn the bell on.
Subscribe. You don't want to miss a minute.
Ding the bell.
And you never know when we might drop something midweek.
Until
We got a
we
week
get
to there. This was Let's Talk About Skating. And we'll see you
for the Cup of China.
next week. Cup of China.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.